Hello, my name is Veronica and welcome into the Learning Lab. And in today's lab, I'd like to share with you the new way that I'm storing all my cutting machine accessories. Come on in and let's get started. Now, I own several cutting machines, and initially I was storing them in this wonderful iris box. And if you look here, you can see where I have it labeled that these are my brother tools. And I thought there's got to be a better way. And I recalled when there was a run on YouTube where people were using this little organizer case to put candy in as gifts for teachers. So I picked up some. Well, I've been organizing my creative space, came across this and thought, yeah, I got a better use for this. Let me show it to you. And this is it. These tools are for my Cricut maker. I've labeled them with the particular blade and housing that they work on. I know they sell all kinds of gadgets that you can put them in, but I don't always know what tool I'm getting at a glance. This is going to help me. So I have labeled it with everything that goes inside. Now this is directions for my engraving, so let me take that out. But in here I have everything that I need. If I add another head to it, there is definitely room inside. What got me going on these was that I purchased the attachments for the foil quill, and I was always saying, oh, where did I put that thing? Where did it go? Because it could go with every machine. And so what I did was I took them all and labeled them and put them in here. So on this initial one, as you can see, it's clear under the bottom, but on my Cricut one, you can see where I lined it. So when I put these in here, it was okay that they didn't have a lining, but for my Cricut blades, I didn't want them hitting the plastic. So what I did was I took my ruler and I just got a rough measurement of what those would be. This is the sticky back foam that I used to cut down to size to put inside my case. And here is how I cut down my pieces. Don't worry about trying to jot it down now. I will list those in the description box below, but again, these are estimates. So let's go ahead and pop them into the container so you see where all of them belong. Now on the small little cubes, the only thing you have to be aware of is that a couple of them have rounded bottoms. So this is 1 6/8 or 3/4, and they just drop right down in there. If you find you're having a problem, just trim a little bit off. Even the ones on the back that kind of curl, it will go in there. And then these two will slot right up here in the front. And those are all cut at 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. Then these two were cut at the same size. I did 2 measurements. I took one for the curve and then one for the flat, but they were so close, only off by what, a little over 1/8 of an inch. So although on this one I did cut it that way, it doesn't matter how you put it in because they're going to fit. Again, the one in the back is just a little bit of a curve. Then this narrow one is 3 5/8 by 1 1/4. Drops right down in there on that curve. And then for the last one, depending on how you're doing your paper, and again, I could have cut the same size for this, but I was maximizing paper and I didn't. And I had these 2 pieces that I dropped this one in, and then I pulled the sticky back off of this one, and I just placed that on the back, and that was it. But it is the Jot organizer case that can be found at Dollar Tree. I think I got 8 of them because I just want to organize my tools. But I thought this is perfect for me. At a glance, I can see what I need and I know exactly where to return it to. As always, thank you for joining me in the lab. Please be sure to check out my blog at inkollusions.blogspot.com. Until then.